To speak to our colleague of ours, let's just look at those stages that were announced yesterday. We are currently in stage 5 for the next week until next week, Thursday, and stage 5 being, or level 5, being high virus spread and or low health system readiness. In terms of sectors permitted, only essential services. So we still in stage or level 5 and only essential services permitted in terms of transport restrictions. Bus services, taxi services, e-hailing and private motor vehicles may operate at restricted times with limitations on vehicle capacity and stringent hygiene requirements. And movement restrictions for citizens is no interprovincial movement of people except for transportation of goods and under exceptional circumstances, e.g. funerals. That's stage 5 for you. We'll continue to look at the rest of the other stages as we continue, especially in anticipation of level 4, which starts next week Friday. Now, rural communities are the hardest hit during this lockdown period as their food reserves are depleting or they don't have food at all. It has also emerged that some food parcels are not reaching the needy due to councillors allegedly prioritising relatives and party members. But other government parastatals are coming on board to assist those in need. Sanparks will be distributing food parcels to Numbi community near Hazyview and Mashangane Village in Bushbuckridge. For more on this, let's cross live to our colleague Siphephile Kunene. Very good morning to you, Siphephile. What can you tell us this morning?
Good morning, Desiree. We're coming to you live from just next to Numbi Gate, where the community that lives around the Kruger National Park lives. With me here is the Minister of Environmental Affairs and Fisheries, Ms. Barbara Creasy, who will tell us why they're here. Why did you decide on giving such to people around the Kruger National Park?
Good morning. This morning we are launching an initiative on behalf of Sanparks to relieve distress in communities that border on the Kruger Park. And in fact, this initiative will be rolled out to all of the national parks in the country. One of the things you would understand is that many communities who live on the boundaries of our parks are in partnership with us, and these communities earn their livelihoods from tourism that visit our national parks. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, our national parks are no longer open, tourists are no longer visiting, and the consequence is extreme distress for many families that are living here. We are delivering over the next 2 weeks 5,000 food parcels to the most needy families. These families have been identified in partnership with SASA, the Department of Social Development, and also our traditional authorities that would be in this area. In addition to the distribution of food parcels, we are also contributing to the initiative of water and sanitation to bring water into these communities. And this donation includes a donation of 80 water tanks, 5,000 litre tanks, so that communities here have to travel a shorter distance to access safe and fresh water, and so that they can also practice the hygiene standards that all of us have been urged to observe as a result of the pandemic. The resources that we are using is firstly a donation from the United Nations Development Programme, but also our honorary rangers have so far raised 5 million rand, and that is what we have been using to purchase the water tanks, to install the tanks, and also to purchase these food parcels.
Okay, Minister, right now there's this notion around food parcels where people are pocketing them or giving them to friends and all that. How are you going to make sure that in this partnership with everyone that you have counted, that is not going to happen, the rightful people will benefit?
Well, as I said, we have taken considerable care to develop the beneficiary list in partnership with Social Development, SASA, our traditional authorities, and also the local municipalities. We are also making use of our own staff and also volunteers, paid volunteers that are working together with us to do the distribution. And if you'd been here earlier, you would have seen the paperwork that the beneficiary was filling in. And I think that's really to ensure that those who deserve and who need this support are the ones who are accessing it.
Okay, now Minister, moving on from here, we're moving to Bushbuckridge. Is it the same kind of program that we are taking to Bushbuckridge?
Yes, today we are going to 3 different sites along the western boundary, one in the south, one in the central area and one in the north. And that is to kick off, as I said, a program that will, over the next couple of weeks, distribute 5,000 food parcels to these communities and also 80 water tanks.
Thank you so much, Minister, for your time. That was Minister Barbara Creasy just outlining her journey today. She'll be visiting different communities, donating food that some of it has been paid for by part of the staff at the Kruger National Park and Sanparks, and money from the UN. Back to you, Desiree.
Siphephile Kunene just outside the Kruger National Park. And we take a break now.